Well done to Elsa Avery and Crosswinds Al Burren. Al Brennan. Crosswinds Al Brennan. And Elsa Avery win the coveted prize as they come past. Make sure you have a look at the finite detail on all of that beautiful harness. And Kate, it's only fitting as that class finishes that we welcome our viewers from around the country. This event is actually being streamed. This is the champion, reserve champion, working Australian stock horse. And we are riding for the David Archibald Memorial Perpetual Trophy, donated by the Archibald family for the champion, working Australian stock horse. And that is the class down here in front of the members' stand. These are the winners of all of our working classes this morning. Well, we see that first competitor completing their workout as they come around the ground here at the Spotless Stadium. Once again, please put your hands together for Elsa Avery, winner of the Supreme Champion Turnout for classes for horses in single harness in our light harness section. And great effort here this afternoon. Well, Kate, we've seen some magnificent horses working out here this afternoon, the best of the best in the working stock horse competition. It's been wonderful to watch these beautiful mounts very closely.
Indeed. So these were all the winners of our earlier working classes. They were divided into the sex of the horse or the age of the horse, but now we have our 4 winners from our working classes all going head to head. We've seen their workouts. The judge has no doubt made her decision. And in fact, that decision has been made for our champion, and we'll now be inviting the horse that came second to our ultimate champion in its class to come and complete a workout to give it the benefit of the doubt that it may well be a contender here for reserve champion. So we're about to see our rider come out and have a quick look at the pattern required.
Now, Kate, we also saw just before one rider was changing horses. The reason for?
Well, we had one competitor with 2 wins today.
Okay. So he got 2 opportunities to complete the workout. He got his friend to bring the horse out, but then he actually worked it out. Interesting. There you go. Now, the tricky thing is for this second place getter, they haven't seen the other competitors work out because they've been down the back. They may have watched crouching their neck or stretching their neck over the fence, but now they've got to learn it very quickly.
No pressure.
Go over to our judge. And a big thank you to Sue Kirkby, who's done a superb job of judging our Australian stock horses. I know an honour for her, but it's an honour for us to have had her here and her calibre of expertise judging throughout the 4 days. Something about just seeing a horse open up into a nice strong canter or into a part of a gallop there and just jacket flapping in the breeze.
No, it's a great sight. And then to be able to come back to a controlled, collected canter. So this particular pattern's asking them to be expressive in their hand gallop, but then come back to something nice and quiet before it goes into the more athletic manoeuvres.
Are there set patterns, or does the judge just make up what they feel like?
No. And in fact, within the Stock Horse Society, there are set patterns, and there's actually a book which has them all in it, and most judges will work off those particular patterns. This is a fairly straightforward pattern. There aren't too many tricks, but it's often the simplest pattern that brings people undone.
And of course, a great promotion we're seeing here today of the Australian Stock Horse, the breed for every need. And if you were interested at all, jump online and just Google the Australian Stock Horse Society. They're based at Scone. They were formed in 1961. Nowadays, there's 180,000 registered horses and some 9,500 members. And they do all sorts of sports, from camp drafting to polo cross to show jumping and show horse. And what we're seeing here today are working horses as well. And a big thank you to the Australian Stock Horse Society. Wonderful to have them down here. Well, Kate, we'll have the impending result very, very soon. Have you picked your favourite?
Well, I have, but I'm sure, like many people in the crowd, that we're just going to have to wait and see. There are lots of opinions in the show world.
I wasn't going to ask you, don't worry. I know you gave me that look of saying, is he really going to ask me that? It's not a position to say that. No, I wasn't going to ask you.
We'll wait for the official result, I think. But there are a lot of armchair judges, and we all think we know what we're doing.
I've become an expert today after the junior judges this morning. I thought, I could have a go at this judging caper. It's a lot harder than you think, really, isn't it?
Absolutely. And hats off to any of our judges here at Sydney Royal to come and judge this calibre of competitor. Really must be quite daunting and intimidating, I would imagine, for many. But, of course, the likes of Ms. Sue Kirkby with 30 years' experience judging under her belt, and she's handling it all impeccably. So, yes, it's been very good. They're very strong the last 3 days with our stock horses. And, look at the beautiful garland that's coming out. This is getting exciting.
So we are just waiting for this result to come through.
And it's interesting, Tim, because we see the show version of the Working Australian Stock Horse, and at the other side of the arena we see the real deal, and a mob of cattle coming in now from Elliston Station, and they're going to be in for the camp draft, which is going to be starting very soon indeed, and we'll see our stock.
Go champion.
Thank you. Well, the Carrier Pigeons bought them, and here are the results. For Special Class 127, Champion and Reserve Champion Working Australian Stock Horse, and a huge congratulations to Barry Moore with Star Waltz Cool Justice, catalogue number 1925.
And of course, they received the David Archibald Memorial Perpetual Trophy, donated by the Archibald family for the Champion Working Australian Stock Horse. And a little bit on the David Archibald. It's a bronze horse and rider raised on a timber plinth. And the David Archibald Memorial Trophy has been an annual trophy for many years. The Perpetual Trophy was donated by the Archibald family and first presented in 1996. And this is awarded for the Champion Working Australian Stock Horse. If we look back in time, in 2016 it was awarded to Mr Henry Gay and Forest Law and Order. 2014 and 15 it went to CL and MT and PM Main with Main's Shotgun and Main's Lachlan. And 2013 the Adams Family Partnership and Miss Abby Prestede with Smarter Phoenix.
Well, we can see that trophy now tucked away under the arm, and congratulations once again to Barry Moore. And the garland is just beautiful, and this is the Champion Working Australian Stock Horse garland supported by Shadow Park Stud, and there was also a beautiful rug for the Champion Working Australian Stock Horse supported by Vaughan's Hay Supplies.
And of course, Mr David Archibald bred many famous horses that distinguished themselves on the rodeo grounds and the polo fields of Australia, and that trophy is a design and sculpture of Narrabah Beastie, a horse owned by Mr Bob Palmer and ridden and bred by Mr Archibald.
And our official photos are being taken, and here is the presentation of the rug. And then we'll be announcing our reserve champion in this Champion and Reserve Champion Working Australian Stock Horse. Well, Tim, do you think it would be a good time?
I think we announce
our reserve champion today. Congratulations to catalogue number 1926, Barry Moore with Star Waltz Miss Liberty.
What a day.
2 horses in one. Now, that does not happen every day. Congratulations, champion and reserve, to Barry Moore from Kelvin.
I'm sure there'll be party down in the stables this evening, and a big party back at Kelvin, just north of Gunnedah. And a wonderful celebration. Well done, Barry Moore. 2 fine exhibits. And congratulations to our other exhibits out there. To Cole Moxie with his 2 beautiful exhibits. He had one in the junior competition, and also that lovely horse that's been doing so well at all of our shows. Great to see it out here.
Yes.
We have who the second place getter was.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, please, will you give them a huge round of applause? That's a great achievement. Champion and Reserve Champion Australian Stock Horse to Barry Moore from Kelvin with Star Waltz Cool Justice and Star Waltz Miss Liberty.